Hello everyone, it is me, Fallout Guy 1997. In this video, I will show you how to, number one, use Tinkercad to use or make your own 3D model or edit it. And number two, how to slice your files into a G-code so that you could print it in Orcaslicer. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is that you want to go to Tinkercad.com, put it into your search, and then enter it. Then you'll be taken to a home screen, which you will have to log into an account as a student, educator, or something else I forgot. And then you're going to want to go over to designs, and then you're going to want to go to this top right corner and press create 3D design, and then wait for it to load. Alright, so once you enter the base plate, you can see to the right side there's cubes. Over here there's some tools. Over here is the import button, export button, and send to button. Your account right here. And then right here you could press the Tinkercad logo to go to the dashboard. Right here you could press this to change the name of your project. So we're just going to rename that to tutorial video. You're going to want to press enter once you put that in. Alright, so after you do that, you're going to want to go to the side, press and hold, and then move it onto your work plane. You could zoom in using the scroll wheel. You could move around the mouse, or of course, but if you want to look around like this, you're going to want to press right mouse click so that you can look around. And then if you want to move up and down, you have to press and hold the scroll wheel. Alright, and since this is a tutorial video, I'll make one of my own models for this. So I'm gonna use the cube as the main part. Then I'm just gonna add a cone on top. You could change the colors by going to this side. You could choose the radius, base radius, height, and sides, or you could just use these little blocks up here to change the size. Over here you could select if it has a hole or not, and right here you could change the color. Then, if you want to add a text, you want to press and hold, move it to the plate, and then you'll get a couple options. You get to change what it says, the font of it, the height, level, and segments, as the regular blocks too. Alright, so I have resized the text. I'm just gonna click it. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna change it to whatever I want. I believe there is no filter on what you put, so I'll just put tutorial block. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then to make it more visible, I'm just gonna press solid, and then I'm gonna press the Y, and then I'm gonna size this a bit so that it could fit onto the block. I'm gonna move that down, and then I'm gonna move it up over here, and with that little cone right here, you could pull it up, and then I move it using this little block. I move it into that, and then I close the distance using that one. And to prevent it from going outside of the block, I'm going to resize it again. Wow. Great. Well, this is a tutorial video. Then, once you get it to the way you want it, you just squeeze that into there. Make sure nothing's going out, because then that's just going to waste filament and might require supports. Then I'm just going to try and make sure this is kind of equal. That looks very good. Alright. Then, to move it to Orcaslicer or Orca Flashforge or whatever slicing program you use, you want to press export, STL, and then you want to, if you're using Windows, you just press that, and then you go all the way down to whatever you're, like a USB you have it. Oh wait. Alright, so as I was saying, you want to move the file which you downloaded all the way to a USB or a certain file thing you have, then you want to exit Tinkercad, and then I'll show you what to do next. Alright, once you're into Orcaslicer or Orca Flashforge, or whatever your slicing program is, you're going to press New Project, and then you want to press this, and then scroll down to the file you had. So you're going to have to do a little bit of digging for it, because it depends if you have a lot of things in your USB or file system, so I'll try and find it, and I'll show you what to do next. Alright, so once you find it, you want to press it, and then press Open. You'll see it in Orca or in your slicer program. If you want to change the size, you could press this button, which is scale. If you want to turn it, rotate, and then if you want to move where it is, just press that or click and hold with your mouse. And then if you're using a multicolor printer, which I am, but I'm only going to use one color for this, you could go over here, you could press you could press color painting, and then you could select the colors you have over here, and then just you have to make sure it's in the right spot so that it gets added on. Something important to know is that if it says generic PLA or anything that you're using, but if your printer has it saying it's a different type of filament, like say a Flashforge 85X multicolor, then it would not allow you to do that. So you're gonna have to press this and then press generic ABS or whatever filament you're using. You could change the color to this, but this is optional to change the color, what it says the color is. And then, once you're ready, you go over here, you press the little slide button, press slice all, and then just give it a moment to generate. Alright, once it's sliced, you will be able to see all the info it has, how much it's going to cost, how much filament it's going to take, and how long it will take. Then, once you're done doing whatever you want to do, you want to go over here, you could change it to a print plate, send, export plate slice plate, export plate slice file, or export G-code file. But since I have my printer connected, I'm just going to press plate, press that, select the filament, roll number 3, and then press send. Then if you have your printer connected, it's going to take you to this screen so that you can see how long it's going to take, or how much longer it's going to take, what filament is loaded, and what it is. You can pause and cancel the print, and then it also shows you the nozzle heat, the bed heat, and I forgot what that was. Once you send it to your printer, it will start getting ready to print. As you can see, it is right here, tutorial video 3MF. You could, right here on the sides, you can see the heat, and you can see right here. The plate is a goldish color, and then over there is the pooping system. Now, since I don't have one of those fancy time stopping things to take pictures every time it goes to the pooper, I'm just gonna cut this part of the video because this is gonna take forever. Alright, and then after 15 minutes, it has finished. I'm still gonna wait because it might still be attached to the plate because it's at like 90, and well, it's ABS filament. Alright, see you in the next video.